righty ho! It's been a while. Mostly, and I am going to put full blame on daylight savings time. Nonsense. I find myself going to work in the dark, coming home in the dark. Who are we saving time for? Who are we saving daylight for? Our bosses? Okay. I guess maybe having done shift work for the majority of my career, it makes no difference to me. And for me, having daylight for me time, you know, the stuff I have to get done is a little bit more important. All right, rant over. So here we are, back making a video. Finally, after a little bit of a sabbatical due to daylight savings time, here we are. It is a Friday, the Friday before Thanksgiving week. I am cutting out of the office early on the full-time job. I was owed a little bit of time. Surprise! I'm taking my time. Happy about it. I'm gonna go get my little one, and we're gonna spend a little time in the daylight together. Woo! Amazing. So anyway, what's been going on in that amount of time? A lot of craziness, a lot of things going on. You know, I've been the full-time job's been really busy. We you know, as I tell people, I'm a full-time cop. You know, that's what I do, and I work in recruitment. That's a big part of what I do now. It wasn't when I first started getting in this position. I do community relations is my official capacity, and you know, a lot of it was smiling, you know, making nice with the community. And there was a time when that was a good gig, and then I would put on my uniform and I could do other stuff too. And now I find myself taking on recruitment. And don't get me wrong, this was a project of my own doing. Probably about 4 years ago or so, I started seeing the writing was already on the wall. I didn't start seeing it. The writing was already on the wall. We were having problems getting new police officers, and at the time we had some people who weren't really willing to change how we did business. And when we were trying to hire, it was a real pain in the butt. Like, it took forever to find people that were really, really, you know, what we expected in a police officer, or who we were going to train to be a police officer. So I started putting together some recruitment ideas, a process that we did pre-hiring process. And it took a while. And when we got a new boss who was not used to the old way of doing things, and it was presented to him that maybe some of these changes that I had ready to be put in place, we could put them in place. We did it, snapped to it, and it's been working really well for us. But as I come back around to what I started talking about, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. Sorry, police departments that are not spending the time and effort to do proper recruitment, there's a reason you're failing. Yeah, I'm not going to mince words about it. If you want applicants, if you want good applicants, you're going to have to go out and get them. Okay? It's not the 90s. It's not the 90s anymore, okay? You're not going to get 130 people to apply for one job, and then you can treat them like crap. Trust me, I remember what that was like. Okay, I just admitted how long I've been in police work. I'm gonna tell you, those days are over. There's probably no administrators that are listening to, police administrators watching my video. But hey, if you are, those days are over. If you haven't figured it out already, there you go. So, moving on. That's what's tied up a lot of my time. The good news is we've been very successful at recruitment right now. I actually feel really bad when I go to these recruitment seminars and people are talking about how they're, so many people down, they don't have enough manpower, and I go and we did a round robin one day where everyone just got to get up and start talking about what their issues are right now. And my issue was, I was like, well, we don't need anybody right now, and we have quite a few people lined up for a position we have expected to open, but you just see people looking at me like, what? Sorry. We look ahead. We now expect when we're going to have openings. I guess it doesn't hurt when you work for a really good department too, where they're willing to look ahead to what's going on and maybe start opening a process or looking at hiring people before they're actually, before the position's actually open and you're desperate. Because we used to not do that, and that used to drive me crazy. Is we had administrators that would not. They knew we would have openings that were coming up, and they wouldn't hire. It drove me nuts. They'd wait till that person was gone. I'm like, why? Start hiring, or start a process. Just get them in the door. All right. So that's what I've been doing. Quick update with the chicken coop. The Palaso chicken is pretty much done. I'm going to throw in another gripe about daylight savings time. It has completely ruined my chicken coop building time. I do not like going out in my backyard with absolutely no light whatsoever. It's dark, people, which I like normally until I'm trying to build something. All right. So I got my daylight this weekend. Villa de la Coupe will be done. It's basically now just a matter of I have to go buy some hinges for the doors. I wasn't thinking ahead when I went to the evil place where you get your hardware and stuff, because you can't go to a decent hardware store anymore. And I forgot to get some hinges. So that's basically it. I got to string some wire across the framing, but all the actual building is done. I'm adding one really nice feature to it that is taking I am going to actually have to do some hammer and nailing and stuff yet, but the structure's done. I decided to add a really cool feature where if anybody who's ever had chickens or any kind of fowl before, if you have them up in a coop, they make a mess. And by a mess, I mean they poop a lot. So I am building a clean out system that is going to be super, super easy. I am really looking forward to getting this built. So basically, I found some plastic trays at the local farm store. They weren't super cheap. They weren't super expensive either, but they weren't super cheap. But anyway, these plastic trays, they're about 2 inches, 2.5 inches deep, maybe 3. I didn't measure them. I'm going to have to measure them, but I haven't measured them yet. But anyway, the coop floor is open right now, or it has slats from the pallets. So I can put these trays underneath. I'm going to have them mounted underneath the coop, and I'm going to have them flush with the floor of the coop. And that way, all the mess will be in this tray. And I'm going to do the deep litter method, where it actually helps insulate the coop. It takes a little while. It's a little late in the year for it, but I'll get it done. I have some straw laying around, and that's what we're going to do. And I was pretty impressed with myself for coming up with the idea on the fly like that. Really, my redneck ingenuity has come in very, very handy many times, and this is one of them. Noted. Rednecks, we don't have to be able to have any kind of skills whatsoever with carpentry. Just give us some hammered nails, a screw gun, and some basically random scrap wood, and we're going to build you something that a hurricane isn't going to take out. I'm not afraid to call myself a redneck, cowboy, country kid, whatever. That's what I am. So there we go. No, how's that go? Jack of all trades, master of none, possibly. So speaking of jack of all trades, you guys are probably interested in what's going on with the real estate market right now. Good news. I think we're looking at some stability. So here's what I love about being a real estate agent is watching the other real estate agents absolutely freak out. And they are freaking out. Because a lot of them, now this from a real estate agent who hasn't been a real estate agent very long, and also is not a full-time agent. So I listen to these guys, and listen, I'm in the same brokerage with a lot of full-time brokers. But what's really great is something that a lot of people haven't figured out yet, and if they have, they're chuckling about it, or maybe they're really that's why they are freaking out, is because any realtor that has 10 years or less experience has never ever had to be a realtor in a down market. Let that sink in. How many realtors are out there that have never been in a down housing market? We're not really in a down market now, but we're not in this super like wham bam, you don't have to do any work as a realtor position that they were in for the last few years. I mean, that was easy realty. Luckily, I didn't get into it for easy money. I got into it because it sounded like something I could do in the time when I wasn't working, and I thought I would enjoy it, working with people and helping them, and I do. It's cool. I love helping my clients. It's so much fun, even when this market, like right now, the majority of my clients are buyers' clients, not sellers' clients, or buyers' clients. I don't know how most other realtors, I should ask them, what is the majority of their clients right now? Majority of my clients, buyers' clients. And I love helping them. And right now, it's still technically, they're calling it still a seller's market, and it is. But it's slowed down just enough that a buyer can actually think about buying a home. Yeah. So it's fantastic, and I'm loving it. You don't have to come in going, you know what, I'll waive all my inspections. You know what, we're gonna, no, I won't, I'll give them whatever they want, and I'll give them an extra 50% on top of what they're asking. That's kind of where we were at, and that's insane. Maybe not insane. It was the market, but that's what it was. So we're not there anymore. Sellers are still getting more than what they're asking for. They're not getting the prices that they were a year ago. So what? They're still making money. What people need to understand is the value of these homes is still rising. Okay? In 2 years, all right, a home that costs, I don't know, $200,000 now is still going to be worth more money in 2 years. The value of it is still going to go up in 2 years from where it is now. So anybody who's waiting, don't wait. There's no reason for it. There's no historical, financial. If you're in, I get so upset with the fear mongering, but I'm telling you, there's no reason to wait. If you want to buy or sell, buy or sell. Don't be scared. You don't need to be scared. I would not be scared to buy or sell right now. I'd be more scared of driving on this interstate that I'm on right now than I would be to buy or sell. And I have to do this every day almost. So even if you're not buying or selling with me, which I'm not gonna lie, I'd recommend it. I take care of my clients, but if you don't use me as your realtor, shame on you. But I get it. I still wouldn't wait to buy or sell. So there it is, my quick video in the daylight with the light shining on my eyebrows, making them look really weird. Hey, I don't use filters, folks. No filters. At some point, I'm probably going to have to, if I keep doing these videos on the interstate, I'm going to need a profanity filter. but not today. All right, everybody take care. I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey. Get some rest. Watch some football, whatever it is your family does. Enjoy family time. That's what I'm going to do. Meals and everything else secondary. I'll tell you why Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Because the time spent with the special people in my life. Thank God for them. All right, take care. Stay safe.